Hey everybody, it's Thursday, November 16th. Welcome to the TED Show, episode 62. Who can believe that? With my beautiful and fun and vivacious guest, Carea Gunn. You're awesome. We've had the best 30-minute prep, which is basically 1 minute of mic check and the rest of it's been talking and kind of figuring stuff out and having a good time. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Let us know that you can hear us and see us, obviously. I think you can. I see people joining. Oh, see, here we are. We're here. We're golden.
Okay.
So let us know that you can hear us and see us. Miss D, I did friend you back. So hopefully, she's on, so she can see. So that's awesome.
Okay.
So I love it. So thank you guys. Happy Thursday. And again, if you can't hear us, let me know. Otherwise, we will 100% start the show. We're in the wine room at the Citrus Club. Thank you to the Citrus Club. Oh, okay, Laud, yes, I love her. So welcome. We have so many of the same friends, business contacts.
Yes.
And so it was kind of serendipity, God, I believe God, of course, that kind of brought us together. So tell them a little bit about you, because a lot of people won't know. Oh, thank you, Philip. He said it's two beautiful people. Doesn't she look great? You can't see her. I wish you could see her whole outfit. She's got a beautiful blue blazer on and a beautiful necklace.
Matching pants.
Matching pants. I don't have matching pants, but wouldn't that be cool if I had matching coral pants on right now? But we're having fun, of course. So tell them a little bit about you, because you have a very wide range of a background.
Yes.
And you do a lot of things. We were talking about that earlier.
A hustler.
You're a hustler. We're going to talk about the ultimate hustle today. That's the name of the show today. So tell them a little bit about you.
Well, my name is Carea Gunn, and first of all, thank you for having me.
It's a blessing. I'm so excited to have you on the show. I've been looking forward to it. She actually said to me, she goes, so can I talk like I really talk, or do I have to be like all reserved? I'm like, I do not want you reserved.
I'm going to give you the watered down version.
No watered down version. We don't like that here.
Well, basically, I'm a owner. I'm an entrepreneur. I own Shiro Hair Collection. I have some mentoring groups where I mentor younger people, and I have a clothing line, and I have a radio station, a radio show called The Hustle with Carea Gunn. So I'm just all for the movement of enjoying life, do what make you happy, and not leaving any rocks unturned.
Correct. I put that in there with, of course, sometimes I do the write-up without even asking you, but one of the things I put on the Facebook write-up is encouraging people to embrace new opportunities and to be open to them. And that's sort of your story. So tell them a little bit of background. You gave it in the bio, but you've been through a whole bunch of industries. To tell them a little bit about being raised by a single mom, right?
Yes.
And then being a single mom on your own and what you had to do and all of that. So give them a little history.
So basically, my mother was a single mother. She was on welfare, public assistance. And 1 year she got her tax income, and she opened up a daycare.
I love it.
So she started a daycare in the inner city of Apopka, Florida, and I didn't have the normal childhood. I got home from middle school and I was working at the family's business.
You were taking care of the babies.
Yes,
kids.
taking care of the babies. And then she opened up a second location, and she got married, so I had a stepfather, and that didn't go so well.
That wasn't fun.
Yeah, that wasn't fun. Really was a kind of, rocky upbringing. However, my mom made sure she spent a lot of quality one-on-one time with us, embracing us, telling us about being hard workers. There's no limits to the things that you could do. So I went off to school, my brother went off to school, and my sister. So we weren't a product of our environment.
That's awesome.
So she gave us, our second life was better than, the younger life.
Right.
So then I became a little spoiled brat because we moved to Airline
I don't
Estates.
believe that.
Yes, we moved to Airline Estates, and I used to go to the country club and bring all the kids from high school and the pool. I used to take over the pool. My mom used to get written up by the HOA.
Oh, yeah, she did?
All the time. So I went off to college, and my mom actually had this plan of opening up a developmental center in the city of Apopka. And before I could graduate from school, someone had already started the idea. So, you know, me, my brother, and my mom, we had, you know, different opportunities that we want to do. That went for go to school, I get my degree. I ended up getting pregnant my junior year of college. To the point, me and my mom had a very close relationship. When I called her, I came home and we thought I had a stomach virus.
Oh, no
So
way.
we went to the hospital, and the people were like, should we do a pregnancy test? My mom said, she don't need no pregnancy test. She ain't never did nothing. So that wasn't true. So we thought I had the stomach virus. I mean, sardine crackers, ginger ale, everything. I did not have the stomach virus. I ended up being pregnant. So I had to sit out a year of school because I had a preemie. I got married because I got pregnant. That was the Christian way to do.
I get it.
So got married. Anyways, I ended up getting divorced and losing my mom within a range of 5 months.
That's what you said on the, and that's a lot of people, that's where they're, well, of course it's painful.
Yes.
Amazing. I mean, I can't even imagine. But
Yeah.
that is also where that's the turning point, or one of the turning points.
Yes.
And before we get into that, I just want to read you what Miss D just said.
What is it?
She said, she's bougie, Ted.
Oh, bad and bougie.
Bad and bougie. I love her. She's awesome.
Oh,
So, but that's a turning point, right?
Yes.
Do you consider that one of your biggest turning points? Because you had to, this was it. Now it's all about you.
Yeah, so the thing is that I had filed for my divorce a couple of months before my mom passed away. And I knew that it was a reason. I was living in Miami, came home, marriage was getting rocky. So now I'm home with my mom, lost my job, taking care of the kids, and my mom's telling me stuff like, you have to learn how to parent. You got to get patient. She basically taught me how to parent the kids because my ex-husband did all the parenting.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what I was doing outside of breastfeeding and changing diapers. I didn't really know. So I think God kept her here long enough just to be here with me to teach me how to parent my kids. It was such a blessing. But my divorce was final in January 25th, 2010. Thank you, Jesus. I remember that date. And then my mom,
forgetting that.
I'm not forgetting that. And my mom passed away that May.
I'm sorry.
It was extremely difficult. I felt like my world was ending.
Of course. Because she was your biggest cheerleader. I think you put that in the bio.
She was my biggest cheerleader. Everyone growing up, you know, I'm in drama, I sing, I tried out, I used to win talent shows. So everybody in the family used to say, there go Miss Drama Queen. I was the drama queen. I was the life of the party.
That's a bad thing, right? I think it's a good thing.
I think it's a good thing.
I'm sorry, they call me princess. So there we go. I have no problem with drama queen. That's good.
Yeah, so I just never felt like I fit in, and she always was the one saying, it's okay. Everybody don't have to be like you. Everybody don't have to think like you. It's okay for you to be yourself. So basically when she left, I felt like no one else understood all these ideas in my head.
Yep.
Not sleeping at night, waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and just thinking of a way to have the mouthwash come out of the toothbrush so you could brush your teeth and have mouthwash at the same time. That's the kind of things I used to have.
Understood. So then you take that, you take the loss, both losses. Well, one positive, one not positive.
Yeah.
And then what do you do? How does it? So a lot of people go through it, but then they really don't take the next step or take the next steps in order to make something of it. So what did you do?
Moving forward, about a year and a half later, probably about 2 years, I came back here, tried to rebuild my life, started working in child welfare services because that's what my degree is in. And then I remember being at work. It was a hard job. Oh, I lost my hair. I was stressed out. My family was basically raising the kids because I got home at 8, picked them up, gave them a bath, and they went to bed. They were
That
young.
was the hard. So I worked for HRS. Is that where you worked?
Well,
it was called something else. It's called DCF now. Mm-hmm. But I was in the nobody laughed. But I was in the alcohol, drug abuse, and mental health division. But I used. Come on, I knew she'd laugh. See, Jill Gentry. Like I have tons of friends still in the industry.
Oh, okay.
But I used to sit on some of those TPR, termination of parental rights, and I always voted to terminate. But it was very stressful. I couldn't imagine you being in it, and the problem is that all of you are in it, and you're dealing with other people's children and their nightmares, and then you don't have enough time at the end of the day or energy to
parent
take care of your own
kids.
kids.
Mm-hmm.
And that is such a big problem with that industry, because it's still like that. Social work is so hard and so unrewarding, and you don't make any money.
Nope.
And you get very little support overall. I'm not giving the system a hard time. I'm giving the system a hard time, but it's just very difficult. So you're in that, and you're totally exhausted. And then what?
Creativity doesn't exist.
No, it doesn't, because you're so tired. You're tired.
I'm so tired. So then I meet someone at the courthouse doing a termination of parental rights, and the guy tells me, why don't you do your own case management? Why are you working for someone else? So then I started doing the research, and I was like, well, I'm already doing it. So I started my own case management company.
Oh, very cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing.
I made good money.
See, it's private. It was
yes,
a private entity,
private
but
entity.
They have to have it. They still probably need it overall.
Have it. Mm-hmm.
They have to, because otherwise they cannot handle the caseload that those people have.
No.
That's how rampant it is. The stuff that you hear on the news, people, I'm going to tell you, you don't hear 1/10 of it. Maybe not even 1/100th of it.
Tell them about when we get those cases from the news. Oh my God.
Oh my God, yes. I always felt bad, because I knew that was a lower level person who was doing everything that they could, and not a lower level in a mean way, but that was their position.
Yeah.
And they had probably 150 cases that really 10 people should have had instead. And so I just have a great deal of respect for that, and I just think it's a very undervalued resource that we have.
It is. And I think they should focus more on the workers' family dynamics and family structure, because it's hard to go to work and fix everybody else's family. And then I ended up spending majority of my paycheck paying everyone to pick up my kids, to take my son to football practice.
True.
So it was like I had a nanny.
Right.
You know, I was missing out on a lot of things. So I jumped.
She made a jump. So
I jumped. I started a mental health company.
Right.
And due to some unfortunate situations, some disgruntled employees, I ended up having to seize that company.
Okay.
I still have my licensures. So if I ever wanted to do it,
good.
I still could
What's
practice.
a lot to get? You should keep
I know, I kept it.
I get the CE on all my stuff that I don't necessarily do anymore, but I don't want to give it up.
Yes. So I kept that, and I had that business for a little over a year. So now I ended that business. I had a little bit of savings, but I didn't know what I was going to do.
But you said in your bio that all of that was making your hair fall out, right?
My hair started to fall out.
Was that sort of the catalyst for Shiro? Is that how it happened? So talk about that. Because I get it, because men can go bald, and it's not as big a deal, except you guys with your comb-overs. Seriously, just shave it. I'll help you. We should do that as a fundraiser one day.
Yeah.
But women, it's a different scenario. Women who bald or lose their hair or have thinning hair, it's completely different.
Yes.
So you were going through that, and then an idea came to you.
Yeah, so I started losing my hair, and I was wearing something that we call, in hair extension world, is sew-in. Is when you braid down your real hair, and you take thread and a needle, and you sew the web of the hair extensions onto your hair. So I go to a dermatologist. I'm like, I'm losing my hair. And she was like, my dermatologist is a cosmetologist too.
Nice.
So I was so blessed.
That's a blessing. So
she pulls me in a private room. She's like, Carea, no more sew-ins. And I say, what you mean? I gotta wear my hair. She was like, Carea, I'm not joking with you. You're gonna be washing your hair with Rogaine if you do not stop.
Because it pulls on it, right?
The stress and the pulling, it was just like... So I sat in the doctor's office and I was crying, and she was like, well, Carea, because I had to show her my real hair, so I didn't have any weaves. So I pulled my wig off, little cheap wig from the hair store. She said, Carea, this wig looks nice. What did you do? I said, I just curled it. And she was like, well, just keep trying it out. So I made my first wig, go to the hair store, and someone bought it off my head.
That's a great story.
They bought the wig off my head, and I left with the baseball cap.
What did you do differently, though? Because that's so important. Like, I have do you know Lee Shannon, the Ritzy Rabbit,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So you go in there and you go, okay, what do you do with it? But there's only a certain group of people that get wigs, I think.
Yeah.
There's a whole cultural thing,
yes,
which we'll talk about in a minute. But you've got drag queens,
yes,
and cancer patients,
yes,
and women with thinning hair, and then you've got a cultural thing where there's a lot.
But some people just want to do it to be flamboyant.
Correct, and I love it. I mean, I'm the least flamboyant person you'll meet. I can't even say it. But I love that. But you created it, and they obviously loved whatever you did. Because you didn't just sew it in or create it, you made it so it was cool. It looked great, and it was attractive. Real. I love that. Are you wearing something now?
I am. This is 3 years old.
See, I don't know.
Touch it.
I'm a dude.
This is 3 years old.
Okay, it feels like hair.
Does it feel like your wife hair?
Yeah. She's got super thick hair. Maybe.
I
don't know. What the heck do I know? Well, I almost said my first swear word on that.
So basically, the niche was the customer service, being able to relate to the women, being able to understand that, okay, I can't be in a salon.
Right.
No one wants to come to a salon and show their bald, thinning hair. So what I did is that I made everything custom. Everything custom. We offer 99 different colors, different textures. We have textures for Caucasians, African Americans, Spanish, Latinos, everything. So we just started making things customs, and I noticed that I started receiving phone calls from women in different states, and they were saying, Carea, my husband just left me for a younger woman. What can I do? I want to change my look.
Love it.
So even though they had thinning hair, I'm not saying your husband is going to leave you because your hair is thinning. Don't say, I didn't say that. But what I'm saying is that we didn't say that. But what I'm saying is that the first thing when someone goes through a tragedy, the first thing they try to do is reinvent themselves.
Absolutely, they do. Well, because especially if you go through something where you've lost a partner, a spouse, your self-esteem is in the toilet.
Yes.
And so you want to do everything you can, and that can be a big change, which wigs can help. Now, I've got a question, just as a dude. So is your hair under there?
Yes.
Like, okay, so your hair is under there. No, it's just fascinating to me because I only know that you have a wig on. Michelle, everybody's commenting. It's hilarious. Hi, Michelle. Hi, everybody.
Hey, Michelle. She is so cute,
amazing.
by the way.
She was on the show. She's so
I'm going to
great.
get that little baby she has.
Oh,
I
my
want
God.
that baby.
Well, I'll hold that
gonna
baby
be a
up here.
Oh, you hold baby?
I love babies. I
You
hold
do?
babies all day
You
long.
should have another one.
I'm grandchildren. My children are watching this going,
Oh.
how does he even have a show for 30 minutes? But I would not know that that's a wig unless I knew about you.
Yes.
So I love that because I have so many friends that are dealing with cancer. We'll talk about that, which I think the service that you provide and what you do for them is so amazing. That is one of the first things to go usually when you're dealing with chemo, radiation, what have you. And a lot of times for women, that's their signature. Like, that's their big thing. So when you start
and hair. You're taking away your breasts
boobs
and your hair.
And hair. It's over. And then all of a sudden they're feeling even more defeated and less self-confident than they possibly have ever felt before. So having that for them, what a blessing that is. I think that's such an amazing blessing. And we both talked about it earlier. We do so much work in the cancer community across the board. And it doesn't just have to be breast cancer. I mean, I have friends that have lost hair. Chemo's chemo and radiation's radiation. It's just going to happen. Yes. But you're right. If you lose your boobs and your hair, wow, you are really not feeling good. And you provide them some kind of comfort. Like, they might get back to feeling a little bit normal.
Yes.
Maybe.
So last year actually was our first year. We did the cancer wig giveaway through Shiro Hair Collection, and it was simple. We found the candidate for the wigs. We made the wig. We gave them the wig, but the person wouldn't agree to take photos.
Oh.
So in business you learn.
Right.
So this year we actually came up with a whole contract procedures. You had to agree to take pictures. You had to agree to take pictures before and after.
Why did they not want to? Were they just
embarrassed? It's embarrassing.
They were embarrassed, and I feel bad.
Yeah.
I wish they wouldn't, because I get why they are. Right?
I want to shave my head. I'm tired of wearing hair all the time. I be
I think
hot.
there's
Y'all
some
see I'm up here a little hot. All this hair. I got like 5 bundles of hair in my head.
I'm going through menopause, so we're all golden on that. I get it. Trust me. You don't look sweaty, so you're golden.
I know. Okay.
You don't.
I'm good.
But yeah, I think that's important because, right, she probably was like, okay, I don't want all the attention. I just want the wig.
Yes. A lot of people don't want the attention, but this is what I tell people, and this is what I tell the 2 ladies that actually won the wigs. I tell them there is healing in your process.
I agree.
So if you're going through something and you're quiet about it, you're not healing, and there's someone else who can heal from it. But if you never talk and you never speak about it, what can happen? I'm gonna give you a quick example. We're going to the radio station with the 2 young ladies who have cancer. And we're getting in the car at 7-Eleven, stop for gas. One guy came up and he was like, ma'am, I don't want to offend you, but the ladies that's with you, do they have cancer? I said, yes, sir. He said, my wife just got diagnosed a couple of months ago and she started chemo and her hair's thinning. And, I've been trimming it, but she's scared to make the big chop. And I told him, I say, sir, listen, let her know that she's a warrior. I say one of the ladies, she doesn't claim cancer, even though that's her diagnosis.
She don't want to say it out loud.
We don't say. So we say our honoring our warriors.
Love it.
So this year, that's what we said. So I told him, I say, listen, if she needs help, if she want to wear hair on the weekend, I can help her. And he went in his phone and showed me a picture of how she used to look. I was like, I definitely can recreate that. So it gives women hope. I know as a woman, if you take away my boobs.
Right.
And my hair.
Right. Where are you at? And that's the problem. I think women, especially women with breast cancer who are dealing with that, and I have so many friends that have had it. It's already you've got the double whammy, so to speak.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden you're sick because of the chemo and radiation, and then your hair is gone, and you're like, what's next?
And people want you to smile.
They do. They want you to get out of bed. And I think that's such a beautiful thing that you're able to get out of bed. But what you're giving them is at least some of that back. You're allowing them an opportunity to have in their minds, even though we don't look at them like that, they look at themselves as not being beautiful, not having any dignity, not having any self-confidence. And honestly, this gives them an option to do that. I absolutely love that. And Shiro actually is Hero. Tell them a little bit about the name.
So after my mom passed away, when I came back to Central Florida, a lot of people used to walk up to me and say, you look just like Carol. That's her name. And I used to hate going to the grocery store because I was going to meet someone. They were going to say, are you Carol Wiggins' daughter? They didn't know she passed. It was just so much.
That's hard.
So I said, okay, I'm going to start a business in remembrance of my mom. So a lot of people think Shiro Hair Collection was first, but no, it was Shiro Empowerment. So what we did is we started an empowerment group for teens. So what happened is that I told myself one day, I was like, Shiro is a woman hero, but it's my mom.
Right.
She was my everything. She was everything to a lot of people. So I just chose, I don't want to forget about her.
Of course. I get it.
So, you about to make me cry.
Here we go. It's an homage to your mom. It's an honor to honor her because she was so good to you and impacted so many people's lives. And I love that. I think that you're carrying on this amazing tradition and you're bringing her spirit to everything that you're doing.
And that's why everything is called Shiro, and people, they use the name, but the name has a different meaning for me. And one other thing is because I always want her with me, and sometimes I can't wear pearls with all my outfits. But if you look at the Shiro logo, she has on a string of pearls.
Oh, that's amazing.
And
that gives me chills.
Yep, that logo, the pearls on the Shiro Hair Collection logo, that's the symbol of my mom. I wore pearls to her funeral, and she wore pearls, and everybody that was at the funeral wore pearls. So a lot of times you'll see me with the pearl necklace,
That's
and
awesome.
it doesn't match my outfit. Those are the pearls that I wore to her funeral.
It matches your outfit as far as I'm concerned. I love it. All right, so of course, we're getting past time, but I'm not going to cut off. I want to talk about, we haven't even talked about the Ultimate Hustle or the Hustle. We haven't talked about your radio program, and we're going to give you all the URLs and CareaGunn.com and Shiro and all of that at the end when we post everything. But talk about your show, because you have a radio program.
I do.
I love that. I've got a real live radio personality with me today.
Whoever thought that,
I know, I can tell. Listen, who here doubts that she would be a radio personality?
Well, you know what? To be honest with you, it had been kind of by mistake. I went to a party with one of my clients, and we were all sitting around talking, and the owner of 102 Jams actually liked the way I rebutted to something that took place. And he was like, "Homegirl, you tell it like it is. You need a radio show." And I was like, Gave him my card. He emailed me, and he was very persistent. And I was like, what am I going to call it?
I love that.
And came up with the name. I was like, well, I told him, I said, well, it's so many things I want to do in life, and I have so many different talents. So he was like, so you a woman of a jack of all trades, the hustler. So
I love it.
That's how I came up with the Hustle with Carea Gunn. So basically what we do is we showcase entrepreneurs, people with talent who can't really afford, and I'm not saying it's all for people who can't afford, but it's a way to get your name out there, showcase your product, get affordable advertising with the audience of over 35,000 people, and still be able to pay your bills. So I could afford marketing. People used to call me, what's your marketing budget, Miss Gunn? Marketing budget.
I can pay you in wine. That's my currency. So if you can't take that, or alcohol, or whatever it is, I get it, because people do that. I've met with people even recently. They're like, well, it's $2,000 a month. I'm like, what do I get for that? Like, am I in an airplane and you're feeding me caviar and champagne?
That's a lot of money.
And I get it, but you make it affordable. You've worked with 102 Jams, and you know what your price point is, and we're not 501c3s, either one of us. We'd love to be, and we support them all day long.
Yep.
But there has to be some kind of money that we earn.
Yes.
Daryl Williams says, "Hey, Daryl.
Hey, Daryl.
Hey, buddy." And
you know Daryl?
I love Daryl. I've missed a whole bunch of comments, and I promise you I'll comment later, and so will Carea. But I think people don't understand that we still have to make a living. You have to make a living.
I
But
have
what
two kids.
What you're charging, and she'll give you all the rates later, but what you're charging, I think, is so affordable, and you're reaching so many amazing people by working with you. So the ultimate hustle is the topic for today. So what's the ultimate hustle? Because you're involved in a million things. Is that what it is? Because I think a lot of people are kind of out there going, I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff, but am I really making any progress? Am I really getting anywhere?
Yes.
And that's what you're trying to address. You're trying to give them an avenue or a venue or platform to get that out there. So talk about it.
So the ultimate hustle is that, from my standpoint, my motto is, you have not because you hustle not.
I like that.
So
we're gonna hashtag.
Yes, we're gonna. I have a shirt I'm gonna wear it tonight. I'm gonna have to get you one.
I'd wear it.
I'm gonna get you one.
I'd wear it.
So basically, if you have a business and your business isn't growing, I do not have a degree in finance. Can't give you
I
no
do,
profit.
and nobody would believe it. I don't know how to add 2 plus 2.
Help me?
No, I can't.
So basically,
I'd
if
love
your
to, but
business isn't doing well, don't sit there and say, oh my God, my business not doing well. If you have multiple talents, try to create multiple streams of income, but keep the bigger picture. So my big picture is Shiro Hair Collection.
Right.
Okay? However, people don't buy hair. They do buy hair year round, but I have peaks.
Sure.
So I have to do things in between time, but I never lose focus of Shiro hair collection.
That's great.
So tap into your different talents. Find a way to maximize monetary value on your talents, so then you can keep your dream and your goals, but you also can fulfill, that inside. So
yes,
like
absolutely.
you have a mortgage.
I do mortgages. I know nobody
Okay.
believes me, but gosh, I do mortgages.
Why don't they believe you?
I don't know, because I don't talk about it enough, and I need to.
You do.
I do. I'm my worst. We're gonna do an after show. I'll talk about that another time. But definitely, I need to be better about that.
Yes,
so I
you do.
understand the pain of people not doing it. Like, I'm bad, even though I preach it and teach it. I'm horrible about asking for referrals and utilizing my personal professional equity to bring people in. I don't know why, but what you're talking about doing is making sure you've got your vision here,
Yes.
and you know what it is, but you're also going to utilize the different resources back and forth and kind of create businesses that will help you on the off times, and then you've got multiple streams of income. We're not talking about network marketing necessarily, nothing against it, but it's got that same similar thought process.
Yes. So, for example, right now you have the mortgage business,
Yes.
and then you have the TED Show.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to find a way to use the TED Show to not just showcase different entrepreneurs. You have to find a way to also shed light on what it is that you do. You take care of all those kids and your beautiful wife through the mortgage company.
Correct.
So people have to know. For example, every time you end the show, you should mention your mortgage company and where to
My
contact
branch
you.
manager is
He's
about
gonna do
to
it today.
You know I'm going to do it today. You know why? I guess it's because I get so engrossed, and I think all of us, we get engrossed in our passion and we're doing things that we love, and then we forget. Like, I just don't remember to do it. I need to be trained on it. But you're right.
You have to.
I'm absolutely horrible about it, and I should do a better. No, network marketing, Jen, as in, like, I'll use it because I use the product USANA or something like that, where there's multiple people and you kind of have a downline.
Pyramid.
It is pyramid. People think that's so bad, but it's not.
It's not.
The products are amazing. So that's what network marketing means. It's, you've got a downline that you're trying to recruit and sell the product at the same time. But you're right.
Yes.
So we have to learn. I have to learn, and I think a lot of people out there have to learn. Okay, I've got all of these amazing connections. I go to networking meetings 100 times a week, it feels like. But I'm not asking for the business. You're good, I think, at asking and defining it. And I
Yes.
love that. I think that's great. So I could definitely learn. And people will tell you, Kevin Boudreau is my branch manager for the mortgage company.
Oh,
and he's
okay.
not watching, as far as I know right now. But once he sees it, he's going to call you and go, thank you so much. Because
Is that
Ted,
the guy I met
did you meet Kevin?
with the
Dark
short brown hair?
dark, like long hair.
Oh, no, I
He's got
didn't meet
long hair. He just shaved his beard. But he's an amazing guy, and he knows that I have, like most of us, we've got this amazing group of connections, and we don't capitalize on
Yes.
it. And the problem is, and that's my problem too, people think that if you're going to try to monetize it, that it's going to bastardize it, for lack of a better word.
Yes.
And that's not necessarily true. It doesn't hurt to ask for referrals or ask people, how can I get in front of other people that can help me or send me business?
Yes.
And then if they don't want to, find out why. Why don't you send me business, Brian Russi? I'm going to call you out. I'm kidding. But I appreciate that. I think that's golden. And you're good
Yeah.
at it. You're so good at it. And I think
You
that's
have
awesome.
you have not because you hustle not.
I know.
So
I felt like I hustled
hustling,
really
if you
good.
ask for a referral, hustling is, the word hustle to me is you creating a plan to reach your ultimate goal.
I like that.
So ultimate goal,
Yes.
creating a plan, the ultimate hustle.
Ultimate hustle.
That's what it is. You gotta, it's a song that
I
says
remember that.
hustle.
Do the hustle. Van McCoy. I'm good at trivia. I'm not good at asking for referrals, but I know music.
But you should.
So, all right. So we're getting to the end. We're way past time,
Yes,
but I don't care.
it's okay.
So give us a couple of pointers. And again, we're going to share all of Carea's information once we post and hashtag. CareaGunn.com, and Shiro is the name of the hair company. But give them some pointers. Give them something that you want them to take away. How do they engage, at least in the first step, on the ultimate hustle? How do they hustle?
I think the first step is, everyone loves to talk about haters. I hate that word.
I do too.
I hate the word.
I never use that word.
I've used it before.
Have you?
Guilty. I've used it before, but I spent a year worried about people who had hair businesses, worrying about people who didn't want to purchase my hair, worrying about people who thought my hair was too expensive. So I think the first thing for you to do is block out everyone who is not for you.
I love that.
Or they're positive and going in the direction that you're going. Block them out. Do not put water on those seeds, because they will grow. And stay focused. So do not listen to the negativity, and do not focus on the negativity, because if you grow it, it's going to happen. It's going to start affecting your emotional being. You're going to start looking at what everyone else is doing. You're going to start comparing yourself. For me, if I would have compared myself to everybody in the hair industry, they're a size 3 or 4. And they like to take the picture with their breast and do their hands like this. I didn't match the industry. However, I didn't let that keep me back.
Good.
So that's the biggest thing. If they don't support you, it's okay. Hang with the people who do.
That is so important.
Don't worry about it.
I posted something on Facebook and Instagram this morning about how I'm starting to love the sound. And this is not my quote. I love the sound of me walking away from things that are not good for me, and I'm paraphrasing, but that's what you're saying. Like, don't be around those people if people aren't there to support you. There's one thing if you've got somebody who's telling you something practical, but if they're constantly in your ear and they're negative, and you've got this thing inside of you where you know it's your passion, you believe in it, then get rid of that. I don't mean excommunicate them from your life, or maybe you have to.
You can say hello.
You can say hello, but you don't have to surround yourself with them. And I think that's so important. I think people do get caught up in that, and they allow all of the negativity to take place. Honestly, sometimes it's easier to do that. It's easier to go, you're right, my idea wasn't good, because it's hard to overcome that and do the things that you've done and accomplished and other people have done as entrepreneurs. So you've been a huge blessing on the show. I am so happy. Beautiful, beautiful Carea Gunn. We love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting the show. We'll hashtag and put all of Carea's information on there. Thank you for all the comments. I promise you that we will both respond. It's been awesome. I could talk to you for a long time. Hours.
Next time I need an hour. But you're coming on the hustle.
I'm going to come on the hustle.
When you coming, Ted? I need a date.
Totally.
Give me a pen.
Oh,
everybody needs to look.
Allegedly.
Dad, give a date. We need a date. We need a date,
We need a
right?
date.
By hearts and thumbs up. Don't need a date for him coming on the hustle.
We do. Thank
He's
you
too
guys.
busy.
We love you guys. And I appreciate you so much. I think you gave people hope and gave some really great advice. And it really is kind of all about the ultimate hustle. I love the title of that show. So we love you. I'm going to finish it up. See you tomorrow. I've got somebody new on who I haven't seen in a while. I think he's a little nervous. Jason Perez was watching the show today. You're going to do great, Jason. But we all appreciate your support and love. Have a great night. Talk to you later.
Take care.
Take care, babies.